can't actually see you, but I'm imagining all your sweet faces, and I'm really excited to see you. I miss you all so, so much. I hope you had a wonderful break. I am really excited to get back into some learning. I'm going to take you through a cruise as to how things look. Things look different this week as we are now extending our e-learning is now referred to as distance learning. So we'll refer to this awesome, wild, crazy, exciting time as distance learning, so you'll see that change. So our formatting is different. It's not radically different. I'm going to take you through a tour to see how everything looks and what's going on now. We're getting into a new unit, our final unit of the school year, Geometry, Unit 6. Here we come. It's going to be an awesome way to close out the school year. I think you're all going to love it. We've worked so hard all year, and I think this is just like the perfect ending to a year of great learning. So I think we have like 7 weeks left of school. For the next 4 weeks, we are going to be having school like this. And I'm going to try to make it fun and engaging and exciting. And I'm going to do everything in my power to support you along the way. I designed our slides so that they can be interactive and you can show me what you know, and then I can chime in and give you feedback, and we could just keep that feedback loop going as you progress to mastery of these really cool skills that you're going to be collecting along the way. I'll send you more information on that, but I'd really, really like for us to meet twice a week as a group on Google Hangouts, or is it Google, it's like, what is it called? Google Zoom? No, it's not Zoom, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to all see each other. It's like FaceTime, but on Google. I'll email you with that information. I think it's really important that we get together as a collective group because we're such a strong group and such a strong team, and I just miss being around you all so darn much. I'm going to be adding like some new bells and whistles, so stay tuned for that. But please know that now in this next phase of distance learning, again, we'll be in this time until April 30th. You're going to come and the slides will have everything you need. As you can see, you're watching this video within the slides. So let's take a tour and see what things look like now. I forgot to mention, okay, in some of these problems, you're going to see a reference to use the right angle template that we made in class. We didn't make any right angle templates. For those questions, I just need you to be super flexible and find right angles in your house. This is a stack of Post-its. This is an excellent template for a right angle. Do you see how this is a perfect 90-degree angle? You can use a stack of Post-its for a template. You can use paper, boop, boop. You can use a book. So many right angle templates all around your house. You can use this fun Curious George book, boop, boop, boop. Please know when you see problems that say use a right angle template, you might even have like shapes. I'm looking in our little shape bin. You might even have like shapes around your house that are perfect right angles too. So just be flexible with that and just know that you're going to use some templates like up on your screen to check to see if some angles are right angles. This square consists of 4 right angles, or if the angles are right angles or not right angles. So just be flexible with those template problems. It's Monday morning. It's the beginning of a brand new wonderful week. And you wake up, you walk the dog, you cook breakfast for your family, make your bed, do your chores, milk the cow, drink your coffee, and then you find yourself in our Google Classroom. Maybe you do your homeroom work first. I would not be mad at you for that, but just at some point during the day, you will find yourself here in our super smart sloth Google Classroom. Here we are. So as you can see, I have posted our distance learning slides. I've assigned this to everyone. Maybe this is not the best way to show you. I'll open it here. So I've posted it, click on it. Everyone has been assigned their version. So when you open this up, you will see you will see your version of the assignment. So when you open this up, it's a big, beautiful document. There's 16 slides. And first slide you will find, this is like the breakdown of what this week looks like. So this week consists of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think this is the biggest change, in my opinion, as your teacher. So I'm going to give you just like a big view of what this week looks like. As I mentioned, we're starting a new unit. So today, Monday, we're doing lines and angles, grade 4, module 4, lessons 1 through 4. I know you don't have your books. I'll show you how we're doing these here just in just a moment. Tuesday, you can see we're doing lessons 5 and 8. Wednesday, 6 and 7. Thursday, 10 and 11, and then Friday, this is that change that I was talking about. On Friday, I'm not introducing, and this is all district, this is how all classes are in St. Charles during our distance learning days. All classes on Fridays, well, I guess high school is a little different, but for elementary, we are not doing new content on Fridays. On Friday, your responsibility is to double check that all of your work from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is turned in. Because it is due, all of this work is due on Friday at noon. It would be the best for you to do your Monday work on Monday, your Tuesday work on Tuesday, Wednesday work, does someone see a pattern? Wednesday work on Wednesday, Thursday work on Thursday, and then just use Fridays to double check. All of this work, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, is technically due on Friday, but please do not leave it till the last minute. This is a lot of work. I want you to take a little bite each day so that we can really stretch out this learning. That's really, really good for your brain. So Fridays, you're just going to double check, make sure all of this work is turned in, and then you will check out may do activities. That's just going to be activities that are going to enrich your learning and just like some fun, you'll see some really cool fun geometry activities. Cool. So this is today, Monday, April 6th. We are doing grade 4, module 4, lessons 1 through 4. That's a lot of 4s. And then, oh, this is funny. You're watching this, so this will look a little bit different. You will see the YouTube video. These are our learning targets. I feel like everyone's familiar with that. And then I just want you to know that now that we're in the beginning of the unit, Unit 6, we're going to see a lot of new vocabulary. So I would really like for you to read and explore the new vocabulary before you actually get to today's work. Once you check out the new vocabulary, go ahead and get into today's work. The first item of business is you're going to be drawing a figure. I'm going to show you an example of this in just a moment, but I just want you to know, because we can't draw on the slides and because you don't have your books, I have created these individual tasks in Go Formative. So you can see in the slide, you have this task. This is just the preview. And then you can see it says here, you will complete number 1, this one, in Go Formative by clicking here. So you click that link, and then you will, this is what you'll see on your side, you will see this task, and then you're actually going to do the work on that screen. Isn't that so cool? I've had so much fun learning about digital assignments. This is so fun for me. Okay, cool. So you'll see, like, as you progress through each item, do you notice how the backgrounds change? So that's number 1. This is number 3. We're not obviously doing every single thing in lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4. That would take years. Not years, that would take way too long. So you're going to work through these tasks. Again, keep in mind, you're doing these tasks. I know that you don't have your workbook. You're going to be doing these tasks through Go Formative. And all of the tasks are going to look different. This one's actually pretty cool. And then this is going to be a great way that I can see your work. I can see your independent practice, and then I can give you feedback. I'm so excited to see what you all come up with. Cool, so you're just going to cruise through this awesomeness. You can see within most of these, you're going to go Formative to go ahead and complete the tasks. And then you're going to be awesome all through here. More awesomeness. Yes, you're awesome. The only exception is this last one here. The task is explain why lines A, B, and line C, D are parallel, and then you're going to explain why E and F and G, H are not parallel. For this item, friends, you're just going to go to the next slide to explain your reasoning. This one is not on Go Formative. You're just going to type your explanation right there. So this is pretty exciting. I hope you all have fun with this. I can sense that you're going to rock this like you do most things in life, all things in life. Email me with questions. I am here for you. When you're turning in your assignments, please make sure you turn in. I know this view looks a little different than yours. Just make sure you click that turn in button once you're finished. And we're going to take a look at a couple of problems that you are going to see in today's work. Hold on tight. Where's my pen? We are getting into lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a lot of lessons. We are going to be checking out a few different awesome things. There's going to be a lot of new vocabulary. The blue slides in our slide deck will guide you through that new vocabulary. And I'm going to run through, I think, like 4 problems that you are going to see in your tasks today, so that you can kind of get an idea of what awesomeness is going on here. Okay, so in this first one, we are going to use the following directions to draw a figure in the box to the right. Oh, here's the box to the right. You are going to be doing a task like this in Go Formative, and it should look very familiar. So, like I said, a lot of this vocabulary is going to be new, and you are going to check out the blue slides at the end of our slide deck to learn all about the new vocabulary. So just kind of hold on tight and feel free to pause this and check out the blue slides if you don't exactly catch the new vocab that I'm laying down here on you. But this one should be pretty easy. Draw 2 points, A and B. I don't think it's going to shock anyone if I tell you that I just drew 2 points. And there I have labeled them A and B. Isn't that fabulous? And then I'm going to use a straight edge. I have a straight edge in this program, but sometimes I goof it up. So I'm just going to do my very best to draw a straight line between A and B. Okay, fabulous. Doot, doot. Draw a new point that is not on A or B. So I can't draw the point there. I can draw it over here. That's not on A or B, and I'm going to label that C. Cool. Done. This is kind of fun, isn't it? Now I'm going to draw a line AC. So this fanciness, anytime you see a line over 2 letters, this means line that connects A to C. This is geometry shorthand. We're going to learn a lot of this unit, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty straightforward, right? Line AC means that we're drawing a line from A to C. This line AB means a line between A and B. And the A and B are the points that we drew. Awesome. Cool. Got that. Now draw a point not on AB or AC. So this is AB and this is AC. And I'm going to call it D. Cool. I'm going to draw D right here. Keep in mind that yours might look different than mine, and that's totally awesome. So I now drew another point called D, and now I'm going to construct a line called CD. Again, this is just a fancy version, or just shorthand for line. So now I'm going to make a line connecting C to D. Use the points you've already labeled to name one angle. Oh, this is kind of cool. I was actually rereading this because I was surprised that we're not connecting BD anywhere, but that's fine. This is just kind of like a cool exploration with lines and points. Use the points you've already labeled to name one angle. I'm going to use my template, my little post-it stack, and I really wanted that to be a 90-degree angle, and I don't know if it's a perfect 90-degree angle, but I'm going to hope that it is, and it's okay if it's not perfect. And so I'm going to say angle Doot. A, C, D is 90 degrees. Do you see how A, C, D, that makes an angle? Or I could even just say angle C is 90 degrees. Is that kind of fun? Let's check in a bunch of angles. So I should have mentioned that this is shorthand for angle. So this would refer to as angle A. If this point was A, then this is shorthand. This is going back to that new geometric shorthand we're going to be learning. This is referred to as angle A. In the example that I did that notation. That's also acceptable. That's more like college stuff. But right now, this notation is totally acceptable for angle A. And keep in mind, we have to have a labeled point if we're going to be able to name an angle. Okay, cool. So in this part, we're going to use that right angle template, either a stack of Post-its or a piece of paper. We did not make it in class, which is fine. And we're going to look at all of these different angles, and we're going to determine if these angles are greater than, less than, or equal to a right angle. Keep in mind that right angle are those perfect, I'm not even going to try to draw, I'll try to draw, like the perfect 90-degree angle that you'll find on a stack of Post-its or a book or a paper. That's actually not a perfect 90-degree angle. But when you see straight edges, here's a great 90-degree angle. When you see straight, I won't even go deeper into it. I hope a lot of you are seeing 90-degree angles wherever we go. In a few lessons, we'll get into a little bit further as to like what a perfect right angle actually is. I'm going to cross that out because that's not a perfect right angle. Anyway, we are going to look at these and we're going to label them greater than, less than, or equal to a right angle. And then we're going to connect each of these angles with these fancy words. These fancy words, and again, you'll see this new vocabulary in the blue slides. Acute is so cute. It's less than 90 degrees because it's so cute. It's cute. A right angle is that perfect 90-degree angle. This is shorthand for a right angle. And then obtuse is obtuse. It's more than 90 degrees. Cool. So this one was done for us. This angle clearly is less than 90 degrees, so that's acute. This one, you can put a straight edge up to the screen, and you can see that this is a really, really good right angle. So this one is going to connect with a right angle. This angle, you can see how large this arc is. This angle is obtuse. That is greater than, actually, I am supposed to write equal to. Back it up, Miss C. This one is greater than 90 degrees. You can see that arc is definitely greater than this arc. Boop. Cool, so that's greater than, which means that's obtuse. This arc is teeny tiny. It's acute. It's less than 90 degrees. So an angle that's less than 90 degrees is acute. This one is a little tricky. What I sometimes like to do is think about, where is the right angle? The right angle is about right there. So you can see that this angle is just slightly greater than 90 degrees. And so an angle that's slightly or even much greater, slightly greater or even much greater than 90 degrees is always going to be obtuse. This one looks exactly like a right angle. You kind of have to tilt your head to the side. This one is equal to 90 degrees, so that means that it's a right angle. And I hope that you all get the idea on this. You're going to be working on some of these independently, but let's take a look at a few more exciting vocabulary. Again, check out the blue slides at the end of your slide deck for today for your vocab. Perpendicular is defined as when two straight lines meet and make a 90-degree angle. So these lines are said to be perpendicular. When two straight lines meet to make a 90-degree angle, we have perpendicular lines. So here what we're doing is that we're tracing at least one pair of lines that appear to be perpendicular. Appear means we're doing our very, very best to kind of see where we're finding some perpendicular lines. So you're going to do some independent practice on this, and then I'm just going to do some as well. So I could think a lot of you can see that these two lines meet to make these two lines are perpendicular because they meet to make a right angle. And then I also see these lines meeting to make a right angle. I also see these lines meeting to make a right angle. Those are perpendicular. I see tons and tons in here. I also see another pair of perpendicular lines there on the clock. I see some perpendicular lines even here on the football. If you turn your head to the side here on the laces, doop, doop, doop. And I think you are all kind of getting the hang of this. You can see lots and lots of perpendicular lines throughout all of these images. Before I set you loose on your independent practice, here we're using that right angle template again. Remember, that could be a stack of Post-its or a piece of paper. We did not create it in class, which is totally okay. And we're going to look at the following figures here, and we're looking for right angles. We're looking for when those two straight lines meet to form a perfect right angle or 90-degree angle. There are 90 degrees that we find from between this line and this line. Doop. And then we're going to mark each right angle with a small square. Again, that's the geometric shorthand. This is a sign that shows that this angle is 90 degrees. You can see we have that here in figure A. And for each right angle you find, name the corresponding pair of perpendicular sides. Wow, that sounds fancy. And then we're going to use this is our chance to use this fancy geometric shorthand. So this one's been done for us. This one reads that line AB, that's the line that shows up between points A and B, is perpendicular. Do you see that cool shorthand for perpendicular? It's literally just a symbol that is actually perpendicular. We have perpendicular lines here and here. So this is showing that line AB is perpendicular to BD. Very cool. What else I'm noticing, and this is something that I think a lot of you are noticing as well, is that this is a rectangle, so it actually has 4 right angles. So in turn, it actually has 4 pairs of perpendicular lines. So let's check this out. Also, line BD, that's the line segment between points B and D, bloop, is also perpendicular to DC. Very cool, because when this line meets and when this line meets, it makes a right angle. Cool. As we move around, I think you're probably noticing that line CD is also perpendicular to line CA. We could say CA or AC, it does not matter. So there's another pair of perpendicular lines, and then completing this, we can also say that line CA, boop, is perpendicular to line AB. Awesome. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 right angles, so in turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of perpendicular lines. That is pretty fancy geometric shorthand. Let's look here, and let's look to see if you see any right angles within this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided figure. 5-sided figure is thank you Gabriel, is a pentagon. 5 sides. I don't see any right angles in here. I see obtuse, larger than 90 degrees. I see obtuse. I see obtuse. I see obtuse. I see obtuse. So no perpendicular lines there. Let's drop down here. I think you immediately all see that there are no right angles within a circle. But I do see, I see 2 acute angles there in the triangle, but I do see 1 right angle right here in this triangle. Oops. trying to tilt my head and make this a nice boop, boop, right angle. Not quite there, Missy. So I'm trying to use my geometric shorthand, but this is challenging for me. Please pretend that that's a little square sign. I'm noticing that we have one right angle in this rectangle, and what I'm noticing is that the line that we have between points E and F is perpendicular. Remember this fancy symbol for perpendicular is perpendicular to the line that we find between points E and G. Nailed it. Awesome. Have fun with this independent work. Off you go. Email me with questions and keep being your great selves.